Check out this chord from E.T. by John Williams. And it's the chord of the week.
Keith Horn's Chord of the Week.
It seems like everything John Williams writes is a masterpiece, and E.T. is no exception. Here's a clip from the movie from when Elliot brings E.T. into the house by leaving a trail of candy. At this point in the film, we aren't sure if E.T. is a threat or a friend to Elliot, but the score lets us know that everything will be okay, that Elliot is safe, by giving us this sense of wonder and almost a feeling of floating in the music. Listen to the chord at the end of this clip. We hear the piano and the harp play an A-flat major scale that dovetails into the winds, sustaining each of those 7 notes, giving us what's called a pandiatonic cluster.
Boy, does that sound painful.
Pandiatonic in this sense means we hear all 7 notes of the scale at once. And they're voiced in major and minor seconds, all clustered together.
It's just starting to get crowded in here.
All of this is over a D-flat pedal, which gives us a D-flat Lydian sound. The same chord appears later in the film, a half step higher, when E.T. is hiding in the closet among the stuffed animals. Here's that scene. It's the same figure, but this time it's a pandiatonic, and it resolves to D-flat add 9. It's a very weird resolution, but it totally works. It's amazing and liberating that the ear will allow this as acceptable harmony. I use the word liberating because if you're like me and you come from a music school conservatory type background, you were first taught the rigid rules of tonal harmony and counterpoint before you were taught how to break out of the boxes of those rules. So when a composer uses the language of functional harmony but also throws those rules out the window from time to time, it's an exciting and liberating thing to hear. To be sure, this is a dissonant chord, and for the most part we associate dissonance with tension or even ugliness, but this major pandiatonic, that sound is like strangely beautiful. It's got that balance of order and chaos, of consonance and dissonance at the same time, and I've always been drawn to that. I've always loved that sound.
You know that new sound you're looking for?
So let's run what we can call the E.T. cluster chord through some exercises. The first exercise is to plane the chord through the circle of fifths counterclockwise through the authentic cycle. Take the exact chord starting in C, every note of the key of C major, as one chord, and we'll move around the circle of fifths like this. Next, I'll attempt to use voice leading doing the same cycle, but instead of going from here to F, I'm going to go to B-flat Lydian, which shares all the same notes as F. So we'll still follow the same C, F, B-flat, E-flat, and so forth around the circle counterclockwise. But I'll go C, the first note is Ionian, C major. Then I'm going to go B-flat Lydian, and then repeat it from B-flat because that's the next note in our cycle. So that sounds like this. Finally, I'll do the resolution from a pandiatonic. From now on, instead of using pandiatonic 5 syllables, I'm going to call it a pandy. So we're going to go from a pandy to D flat like it does in the film. With an add 9 right in the middle there. welcome for that, by the way.
God damn, that boy can sing.
You must be crazy.
He good.
You must be crazy.
So here we go. A pandy, D flat add 9. D pandy, G flat add 9. G pandy to B add 9. C pandy to E add 9. Sounds kind of stupid. I keep saying pandy, but it's much easier than saying pandiatonic. Where were we? F pandy, A add 9. B flat pandy to D add 9. Let's do one more. E flat pandiatonic to G add 9. I always love the add 9 because you can do this. The more you know. So there we are. If you ever trap an alien visitor in your house by luring it inside with tasty treats, now you know what chord to use. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and happy practicing.
Yeah. Who this? This beat. Yo, who this? Yo, who this? Who this?